Today we're back with that 4th mod pack, and I want to check out the Super Monkey. In this mod, it now becomes equipped with a 4th path with 5 unique upgrades going from Scorch all the way to Arcane Guardian. So stay tuned to see what that mod has in store. Before that, we can check out other 4th paths in this mod because there's one for every tower. So while we build into the Super Monkey, let's check out the Dart Monkey's Bloons darts. Looks like tier 1 allows it to pop all balloon types with Spike Bolt gaining increased damage. Not very useful right now, at least for round 3. And it looks like Rubber Seeking Darts gives it Seeking Darts, so that's actually pretty good, especially on Infernal here. That'll allow us to make use of all the Pierce on the darts, eh? Yeah, pretty fancy stuff. I bet we'll turn this into the Spike Bolt so we see some Seeking spikes. So here we go with the Seeking. I noticed that the Spike Bolt lasts a really long time. Even after it's exit the screen, it comes right back. So yeah, basically if you had the Seeking mod turned off of this thing, damn. That's more OP than I expected. Anyway, Boniface tier 3 Dart Gunner looks like it shoots faster and all that stuff. Before I upgrade that though, I think I at least want to see what the Super Monkey has in store first. So let's drop it down here. I've enabled full crosspathing for this one so we can eventually get a 5555 later on. But let's take a look at Scorch. For $2,000, we can now catch balloons on fire. Pretty simple in nature, but very powerful because of the amount of darts that it shoots out. So it has the ability to put a lot of balloons on fire. Let's go ahead and get it right now. Wait, does that mean it actually pops light balloons? Oh no. You can put balloons on fire, but you somehow can't actually hit the balloon. Weird how that works, eh? Luckily, our Dart Monkey with the Boniface tier 1 does allow it to hit light balloons, so that's cool. Anyways, Breaker Darts tier 2 of the Super Monkey allows even more Super Darts to deal additional damage to mobs and fortifieds. Again, another upgrade that's pretty self-explanatory and simple in nature. Probably won't get until at least round 40. Hang on, I also just realized, how am I going to be able to afford all these Super Monkey upgrades if I don't do any farms? But the problem, well, with this map I'm playing on is that you can't place farms anywhere over here. It is fully banned. The only next best thing, I guess, is I could probably stall rounds with a Chinook, aka Marine. That's probably the most cost efficient. But that still isn't enough alone, so I guess we'll see what I want to do later on. Hopefully I don't need to cheat in that money or anything, because yeah, getting all 4th pads or 5th tiers of the 4 pads will cost like a pretty penny. Like at least $1 million is what I'm saying, so let me rush that Chinook ASAP. Anyway, it's probably still early, so let's get Breaker Darts, and let's take a look at the tier 3 Spectral Claws. Now, fortunately, there's no sprites for any of these 4th paths, although they do upgrade the splash turret. So you got that going at least. So Spectral Claws periodically throws out 2 spectral orbs that break into several fast homing shards. It kind of sounds like ice shards from the basis of this description, but homing ice shards. So that's our first interesting upgrade here. And I guess if we have trouble saving up for our farming upgrades, we can always just do like, we'll use our ultimate crosspathing. So how about we do some epic range for more pierce and range? And we do knockback. I'd say we can always skip on the plasma for now because we already have a good amount of attack speed, pierce, and all that. The other things are much more important on this guy. And sure, let's just do Spectral Claws and see what changes. Well, for one, I see we have a unique, at least, projectile. What even is this? It looks like it shoots out 2, I don't know, well, Spectral Claws, at least that's what they call it. And then it quickly turns into razor sharp ice shards. That's actually pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Now, you cannot tell me that attack animation does not look like the Chef's Kiss. Now, if only, again, there was a sprite to make it a 10 out of 10. But we'll take what we can get here. It doesn't actually behave like an ice shards. It just, once it uses the ball, it's pierced, it's gone. But it will just keep homing until all the pierce is used up. Let's take a look at tier 4. This is definitely something we're going to need to save a lot of money for. But Suppressed Power tier 4 fires high beams, well, beams of high power energy. Not a whole lot to make out of that description, let's just say. How about an Advancer 63? We'll buy a couple more of these things. First off, can we actually beat it? I think there might be a pierce issue. What if I buy a late Juggernaut? Nope. Let's deploy the ultimate crosspathing then to maybe do Plasma Blast. So we now have a 2-2-2-3 Super Monkey, maybe Robo Monkey for double the amount if it's actually not enough, but Let's see. No, it's not enough. Gotta get Robo. And even that was barely enough. So it does look like that ultimate crosspathing this tower only adds to the Super Monkey stack. It doesn't, I guess, change it. I can't tell if maybe Plasma Blast makes the Ice Shard Spectral Claws shoot faster, because it is like a 50% attack speed buff, or 33 or something like that. Is it just me also? But the Super Monkey briefly had 3 arms there. It had 1 arm shooting the other way, but now it looks like it's back to normal with 2. It might have to do with where the balloons are, if we get some wonky targeting. I also don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but if I want to make more cash, simply keep the downdraft at the front of the track so that the rounds take a long time to finish, because the, well, Super Monkey can't hit it. As I was saying earlier though, shall we check out more of the bottom path dart in the meantime? Well, first off, tier 4 Rifleman. Dart gun now fires incredibly fast and deals more damage to ceramic balloons. I'll go ahead and move this Marine out of the way just so you guys can see. Yep, that's some fast attack speed, alright. Combined with the Seeking with the Spike Bolt, I can understand why it's doing a pretty good job. And lastly, Plasma Tank. For $29,000, your machine gun can fire deadly plasma, and the Plasma Tank periodically fires a balloon toning rocket that obliterates mob class balloons. Thanks, game. Very cool. I suppose we'll move our Marine out of the way right now so we can see the 3025 in action. Hey, wait a minute. It's throwing plasma balls now. Well, that makes sense. It's called Plasma Tank. Duh. But can we see that occasional balloon toning rocket from this thing? I think I did see a Mad Missile there, or what looks to be a Mad Missile. Sorry, not Mad Missile, but like a Hydra Rocket Missile. I can't really tell how much damage it's doing, because this Robo's in the way, but maybe we'll see along as the rounds progress. Money's there for suppressed power now, so let's just go ahead and get it and trivialize at least the next, I hope, 20 rounds. Let's see what happens. Well, we now have blue plasma balls. I think that's is that 2 of them? Yeah, I think it's shooting the same amount as the plasma, but I would assume it is stronger than the plasma. Also, I don't remember if it was always shooting that dart monkey, or that at least the dart you see. It's actually shooting 3 different projectiles, 4 of them actually, if you count the spectral claws coming out. Now that's probably doing very little if I had to guess. And if I'm looking carefully, no, it looks like 3 beams. I don't know. No, 4 beams, because it's actually going under the plasma. I'm a bit blind there. I believe that's what I'm seeing though. Also, is it critting, like, are the suppressed power shots also critting? Because I swear I never saw this many crits before. I'd have to believe so. So hey, there's some ultimate crosspathing going to work. And also there's the 3 arms. The legendary triple arm Robo. I knew it'd make an appearance again. Let's take a look at Arcane Guardian's description while we're at it. For 500k, a being of pure energy that destroys balloons with its energy beams. So that is almost the cost of the True Sun God. I believe it's 540 on hard mode, so just a tad bit short of that. Let's go ahead and watch it shred 98. And go ahead and watch it shred around 100 also, with it doing about, it looks to be, I don't know, 1,500 DPS. So some bad news here. This is a new run because my save got bricked for some reason. But it's okay. Back to where I left off. I have changed the targeting to first and strong to see if we can clutch up. Surprisingly, for only, or at least for a 100k tower, I thought would have breezed through around 100 pretty easily, but I was wrong. Maybe this is better at suppressing the power of group balloons more than single target stuff, because yeah, it didn't seem to be that impressive. Maybe it also just needs a couple buffs, like damage buffs perhaps. We can try a tier 4 alch on it, although frankly without Perma it's probably gonna time out like really quickly. So how about sure, while we're waiting, saving up the money, let's do a P-Brew on it, and let's see if the damage is any better. It should be at least, but still feels a bit weak for the price. Yep, we're starting to lack power now. I think it's gonna die to 111 here if I don't buy more upgrades, so quickly. Let's buy Sun Avatar, see what that would change. It seems to have a DPS increase, but what actually changed with the stats, other than, well, the sprite? I think it's just shooting more projectiles overall, if I just had to say. Anyway, I also dropped this Sumogi over here because, with a lack of farms, I've concluded that the only way to actually make money here would be to go for a support temple. So, let's just get that for the 5k per round. And yes, in about 30 rounds or so, we will, finally have paid off the costs. We're just playing the long game here, that's all. Nice. Clutch of the 5k, right at 118 there. But I think we lack bad damage. Let's see what happens if I buy Dark Knight. That does increase the mob damage, so In theory, it sounds good, and I think it is. Yeah, it's now like 2,500 DPS, it seems. Yep, there's one, there's two. Now that I think about it, I probably should have turned this one into the Sun Temple if I was already going to go for the ultimate crosspath at some point. But that's okay. We can get two... Oh my god, that was close. But yeah, we can get two discount villages, or money-making villages. That's also okay. I think we've seen enough of the Dart Monkey at this point, so you can go. Now we can leave it purely for this guy to handle the waves. You're also wondering why I dropped, or why I picked Adore as a hero. That's because I was curious if, because of ultimate crosspathing, it would be able to affect the 5555 super, aka give it more attack speed, with the level 7 Blitzsack. I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't, but I'm just testing. If I do this, I think I have to actually give range for it to work, or although maybe increase the range before I sacrifice, so let's try that again. If you remember anything about how Adore works at least, so this, sacrifice, and oh, yep, there it is. The attack speed is indeed there. So that's how we're eventually going to power up our Super Monkey even more, for a nice, basically double attack speed boost. And at long last, we finally scrounged up the money for the Arcane Guardian. Let's get it, and hopefully, we should be able to clear out these deep free play rounds now. Yep, you can definitely notice the size difference before and after buying it. Putting in a nice over 10k DPS now. So pure damage is what this conceptual fourth path is. I personally don't have any ideas myself of like what a fourth tier or what fourth path Super Monkey should look like. Let me know if you have any ideas, but now that I think about it, they basically are all damage paths, like top, middle, and bottom as it stands, with just a couple of unique quirks. I guess with the bottom path having the Dark Knight portal, the middle path being a nuke ability, and top path being, of course, the legendary temple. Also, speaking of temple, let's just go ahead and get it right now. I saw the peep root because I wasn't sure if I wanted more sacrifices, but now I think about it, sure, let's just go for the max sack, even though that's a lot of money. Here we go, time to activate the 4335 Super Monkey. What changes? Well, the Super Monkey still looks completely wonky with the mini turbo arm shooting out, and wait a minute. Okay, not wait a minute. I thought the spectral attack was completely gone, but it's just completely shrouded over by everything else on screen. And is it just me, or is the Sun Temple actually weaker? Because it was not dying to 160 earlier, but why is it dying now? This ain't good. Do I have to sacrifice a tower? I think I will quickly to salvage this, but that could be game. Maybe it's because I lost my Perm Brew, but no way Perm Brew is that much of a difference maker, right? Although maybe I could be wrong. I don't know, maybe buying some more ultimate cross pads will help our damage issues, so let's try Dark Champion. Again, I believe all of these are just additive weapons, so we're not really getting much out of it. What's interesting too is that it looks like the Dark Champion projectiles are like the 004, even though we have the cross path for like plasma. Just a weird quirk I noticed. But I also noticed that I swear, was it shooting Sun Avatar bullets before I bought this upgrade? I could be tripping, but I swear they didn't exist before. Also, we're dying, so another. We need to keep sacrificing for max attack speed, first and strong as well. But we just currently have a shit show of weapons or projectiles that's vomiting out right now. That's something I didn't see with previous ultimate cross paths, because you saw with like the third tier. I don't think it was shooting that out. Let's buy Tectair and see what changes now. It probably should turn those purple bolts green, and I believe that is indeed the case. And now the Dark Champion is shooting 204 projectiles. Interesting. Alright, and now even with the attack speed buff, we are falling kind of behind these rounds here. Maybe the Anti-Bloom will save us? Come on, 4545 now. To now turn this, we lost the temple base, but in exchange we have gotten two gigantic robotic arms that seem to just be using one arm to defend everything. Okay, I have noticed a sizable DPS increase now, just from this upgrade. I wonder why. What about this upgrade has allowed it to do so much damage? I cannot explain. Actually, it's not sizable because those bats are still getting pretty far, but definitely an improvement, a good improvement. Just take a look at how much flexing this Super Monkey is doing, though. It's simply not using that other arm at all. Look, Ma, I can beat 181 one-handed. Also, I guess I can show you the ability. Boom. Full map range ability. Didn't seem to do a lot of damage there, but the knockback was cool, I guess. Uh-oh, falling behind now. It's very convenient that we have enough money to buy the next upgrade right when we're starting to fall behind. So, Legend of the Night. Now, what do we have? With 19 out of 20 upgrades unlocked, it looks like the DPS increase is once again Very, very sizable, right? Again, to make it accurate, we have to sacrifice a Dart Monkey. Just a little bit better, it seems. Once again, don't forget that we have the Get Out of Jail Free card if we do leak a balloon with the portal. So that'll be nice. It's a shame we're going to run into 200 without full power on our upgrades yet, but this should be interesting at least. So here we go. Looking at about close to 100,000 DPS. Looks like that I have an ability. Don't think it add much, but damn. Pretty clean kill. I did add Perm Brew. I don't know how much that helped, but it seems like it benefits so much from, well, the brew. Go figure, but it's only like a 15% taxi buff, so I really didn't think it'd make that much of a difference. Weird that it's kind of falling behind now to the very next round. Obviously enough though, so let's just fast forward with the amount of money to get the temple and sacrifice everything. I think if we add everything combined, it is basically max sacrifice. Let's get it. Let's hope it saves us before we die, cause I don't know. I don't know how much that extra one upgrade would have helped, and I don't think it helps, sadly. It does activate the portal for us, but I don't know if the portal lasts long enough for all of those bads. Probably not, right? Nope. I think that 12 seconds is up, guys. Yeah. Kinda weird how the Monkey Star still says 455 super. You know, I bet we actually lost DPS there because we lose the Perimeter on it, which would have probably done more damage than what we're seeing right now. But replaying the round with no other buffs, aside from Adora's double damage, and nope, the 555 super cannot handle 223. That is the verdict. Kind of expected though, when basically the ultimate crosspathing is mostly additive. Again, if you can figure out why it's sometimes not additive for some upgrades, then let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and click here for more 4th tier and 5555 towers.